Ndị be anyị ekeneni m unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi tata. Daalụ niile ka unu si wee na-esoro anyị n'ihe na-eme na Eastern News 24. Anyị si nke o chiri ya zelu. Anyị si ndị be anyị dị na mma na Eke, dị na mma na Orie, dị na mma na Afọ, kwaziri na mma na Nkwọ. Tata bụ ụbọchị 19 of November 2023. Anyị wetara unu ife anyị na-akpọ evening tea from the office of Biafran Public Government in exile, nke onyeisi bụ Mazi Simon Ekpa. O nwere ife o kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ a anyị sị ka egosi unu ka unu ga ya bụ ife, maka o so na nkwa ikwere unu ga na-ewetara unu updates ọbụla bụ ihu gbasara maka ife na-eme n'ala Igbo, maka ka Igbo ga-esi dị na mma. Ife aka ya na-ewetara unu na Eastern News 24. Edika ga ya bụ ife ị ga-esi ya drọpụrụ anyị kọmentị gị gbasara maka ife ichelụ ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ a ihe eji n'ugbu a. Alright, over to you, sir.
And they are working on their new state structure, so they are ready.
That's right.
Secondly, nobody is going to delay us from declaring Biafra.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, Ishike. Thank you very much.
The only thing that is going to delay us from declaring Biafra is the field work we want to do, which I don't want to mention in detail. So, but we have the template that we are using. Once we do that, the Biafra declaration is the next.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, Ishike, for that answer to that
question. Sorry. So, because this is a very good question. It's not only about Godomi Godo. So, in actual sense, what it means is that no group, no region, no state, no ethnic group, or as you may call them, no people will be the hindrance of the declaration of Biafra. We're not waiting for anybody. It is a political and democratic process. You must not join us. You must not be Biafra. We don't drag people to join Biafra. If you are not Biafra, you go your way. And remember that what we are practicing now is confederating state of Biafra, confederation. So it is the choice is for you to take, whether you want to be part of it or you don't. The confederating state means that you are on your own. Only that the Biafra central government will be making sure that the development of each confederating state are equal and they are making use of their resources to develop their region and their state. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, PM, for that elaborate answer. And thank you, Ishike, for bringing it up. Please bear with me, those of you that had your hands up earlier. I have been waiting for this brother. Umar Ado Dati. Yeah, I hope your network is good now. I brought you in several times. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, please. We can hear you.
Yeah, so please, I have a question. So now, what happened to us that are not from the southeast, that are residing in the southeast after the Biafran declaration, or what do you call it? I want to know our fate.
What is going to be your fate is that you must live in accordance with the law of Biafra. We will make you, if you are residing in Biafra land, you will have a permit to be in Biafra land. You will agree that you are going to abide by the law, regulation, and the law of Biafra land. You are also going to abide, in this particular regard, respecting the law of Biafra, and do not involve yourself with crime or in crime. We will give you protection. We will give you protection that Nigeria never give you. Thank you.
So what happened to my own properties now that are existing in Ebonyi State, for instance?
That's what I'm telling you, that we will give you the protection that Nigeria never gave you.
All right. So I have to apply for visa, or what do
You don't need to apply for visa. We are going to design a system that will identify that you have been living in that place for a very long time and you have established yourself and you have a business. And you are going to have the department or the sector of the Biafra government, which is the immigration department and the police department, that will look into your status and solve your problem individually. So you are going to be issued with a permit once you meet the requirement, which I believe you will meet, because for you to be here, not every one of you from North are bad. So once you meet the requirement, set up by the Biafra immigration and the police department, you will be given every document you needed to stay in Biafra land and be protected. We are going to value the life of anybody in Biafra territory, not just about the Biafra citizens. So if you make this requirement to be in Biafra land, you are going to be protected just like every Biafra citizen. Thank you.
Yeah, so what's the application process going to be like? And aside
Yep.
from that, my people, my brothers have always been subject to attacks whenever unknown gunmen or IPOB members attack.
The people that
So
are attacking are the people that are coming from your end. I think you should have been asking question, about those people who comes to kidnap our people on the road in military checkpoint and then kill them like you will see in Lokpanta, where headless bodies were found in the bush. I think this should have been these are the things that are making people to even come, and those people attacking you may not even have any affiliation with us. So, but now your question should be, how do you stay in Biafra? And I've assured you that if you are living in Biafra land and doing legitimate business, having a house of your own or renting a house, we are going to give you permit, and the Biafra government will make sure they give you protection that Nigeria never gave you. Like you just said now that people are coming to attack your people. In Biafra land, nobody is going to attack your people. So long as they are staying legally and they have all the required documents needed to stay in Biafra land. So we'll give you protection the Nigeria government never gave you. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you very much, Umar. We are glad you came in to ask this question. Please pass the message across to your people that if they are law-abiding, they have no problem to fear. And it is good that you can see the handwriting on the wall already. Thank you. And please, I'm going to give the microphone to Professor Obert. Professor Obert, please unmute yourself and bring your question in 60 seconds, please.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. This is my second space right now. The first one I was about Biafra, and then there was a lady from Israel who came and asked a question, and I was surprised to the deep things I heard. And on this space, I'm hearing another beautiful discussion, which is exciting. And I want to kind of, sorry, am I audible?
Yeah, everybody can hear you. The whole world is listening.
Okay, thank you. So I want to say that for me, I support the plan of Biafra, where people can be able to live and strive, and where there will be good elections, where there will be a Biafra that will shine upon the hill, and that will take a form, probably, that will inspire the entire Africa. That's the kind of Biafra I'm really expecting. But before I ask a question about one point, which is legal, I want to really say that from what the Prime Minister just said right now, that was very brilliant. I mean, if you are in a country when you are law abiding and you don't have criminals, let me just digress. There was a video I watched just 2 days ago, and I was weeping within me. I saw, I was going to put it on my Twitter. I've not done it yet. I'll send it to people on WhatsApp. I saw some Fulanis, right, skinny with military uniform, and they were in the bush. They were following one lady. Her accent thinks she's from the east and all that. And she was screaming. I was weeping. I got this thing from London, from my brother in London, medical doctor, and I was weeping. Oh, from Italy or something like that. I was. Look at this. Can you imagine where these guys come here? They don't speak English, and they wear a military uniform, and they are from the north, right? And where there are many things going on. So I just believe that this Biafra state, I hope, becomes a reality. I hope that it will do a lot of changes, in not only in that region in Africa, but the entire Africa. And that is what I'm hoping for. But I believe that if this Biafra becomes existence, there will be a new story, a new book to read. I really understand. That being said, Because look, the Nigeria that you are talking about, we are hearing, is not Nigeria. It's fake. It's a lot of corruption, a lot of killing, marginalization, a lot of things going on that, and people just pretend. The nature will stand, and justice will be served. I hope, again, I know it's a difficult thing, but I hope that this BRAFA will become a reality. Where that part of that place becomes a country that will grow massively, like I've said, will shine and give example to the entire other structure in that very country. I call it banana country or banana republic, really. Okay, so that is what I'm hoping for. And where we, like I said, where there's election, there'll be justice, there'll be peace, there'll be progress. Because these guys I know from that area, the East, the BIAFRA, they are very intelligent, they are powerful, they are industrious. I was in Lagos, that was in 1990 something, when I was in legal office. I see this guy when I go to Idumota. The way they work, the way they strive, it is amazing. And that is what I'm hoping for. So I go to the question of the referendum. Are you guys going to push for referendum? For example, you say you're going to declare Biafra Republic. What about if there's resistance? What about what is support? I mean, there are many legal, framework or legal thing, the European Union, the other international community. What are your? I know there are things you cannot say right now. What are you things you can say publicly that you can be able to, say to some of us who are kind of, I don't know, everybody, to really get kind of a backbone, a confidence, not just ranting. That's number one. Then, before you answer the question, I want to throw a kind of light to, for example, Spain. Catalonia, they went and declared independence, or rather referendum that was illegal. And then some of them were arrested, put in jail, and now they were pardoned and all that. It does we can go through the process, And Catalonia wants to be their own nation, okay? And also the Basque country in Spain, it's Europe now, right? They want to be independent. And they really discover they are part of the government, and they are really having a lot of conceptions. They used to be killing in the Basque country, and long story. So call the long story short, you see that they are really respecting these two regions. They have the police, they have taxations, and so many things benefit their government right now. So I want a situation whereby that this will become a reality in Biafra language. People will be educated, no violence, peaceful, law, and justice. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I was. Thank you for calling my attention. I was speaking. I didn't know I was still muted. So, thank you for that well detailed comment, and then also followed by the question. Yes, sometimes people are making reference to Catalonia, Spain. We are completely different thing. We are completely different. The plight of the Biafra people are completely different from the plight of Catalonia. The structure under which Catalonia is operating today and how they come to where they are today is completely different from what happened in Nigeria or in Niger area. So we are completely different people. Catalonia didn't fight any war with Spain at this point. Biafra fought a war and had a self-governing government for 3 years, and millions of people died. Catalonia haven't gone through that route. Catalonia did not have the history of Biafra or the history of Nigeria with Spain. It's completely different. It was not a forceful union like we see in Nigeria that is not working today. Like you said, they even have their own security, have their own tax system. We don't have that in Africa. Africa is completely different. And when you talk about Europe, we are not interested in what Europe has to offer. When you talk about UN, we are not interested in what UN has to offer because they are corrupt. And let me tell you, we are no longer going to them. Our action is going to bring them to us. They will be the one to approach us. And even if it is one man remaining, that one man will fight until they are interested in coming to us. We will never ever go to them again. I'm telling you the fact. So what we are doing now is we are going to conduct what we call the self-referendum. Like you said, the Catalonia did it, and they were arrested and all that. We are going to do our own, and it is going to succeed. It's going to succeed because we are two different nations. We are two different people. We come from different culture. We come from different history, and our history are different. And so, fighting Nigeria, we have tried many. We have been to war. It didn't work. We have been shouting about marginalization for decades. It is not also working. So now we have found a solution, which is fighting this freedom, through a multidimensional approach. That multidimensional approach is the armed struggle, which we are now. Catalonia does not have arms. We have unveiled the Biafra military, Liberation Army. We have unveiled the Biafra resistance fighters. They are coming to kill and bomb our land, and we are resisting it. Nobody is bombing Catalonia. Nobody is killing them with air raid and airstrike. Nobody is bombing their markets and squares. That is happening in Biafra land, and we have raised army, very strong army, well armed, with sophisticated weapon to defend our land, and they are defending it. So it is completely two different things. Now we are approaching using a different approach, which I call the multidimensional approach. We are using the political approach, which is the democratic approach. We are also using the diplomatic approach, and we are using also the armed struggle. The armed struggle in the sense that we can't fold our hand while we are using the political and diplomatic approach to get our freedom. They are killing us. No. So we arm ourselves as we are pursuing this particular Biafra's freedom with diplomatic approach and political approach. We are also defending our land so that our women and children are not being butchered like they have done for ages. And that is where the armed struggle comes in. So the self-referendum will be conducted by the time we complete setting up the de facto government executive for all the state of Biafra, confederated state of Biafra, because Biafra is a confederated state. So by the time we finish setting up the de facto government, when we have captured the entire Biafra using this particular executive of the state government, from the district to the county to the state administrators, we will have what we will start the exercise of data collection. Even if it is 20 million Biafrans who collected their data, we are good to go. But we are going to start the exercise of data collection, which will go directly to the Biafra government in exile security department, where the data will be stored, to start distributing the right to vote during the referendum. And we're going to make sure that those Biafrans in diaspora will also have the opportunity to cast their vote using electronic means. So the data collection will be done by the Biafra de facto government in the homeland and the Biafra Republic government in exile. So those Biafrans in diaspora will be given opportunity for their data to be collected for the purpose of this self-referendum. After the self-referendum, or before the self-referendum, we are going to inform the European Union, inform the US, inform Israel, inform the United Nations for formality. We're not informing them that they are going to come to give us the referendum because they will never support it. Now, with that, we are also going to inform over 100 human rights organizations that we believe they may be interested in knowing what we are doing. After that particular information has been passed to them, we go ahead with our referendum, which will take weeks to conclude. Make sure that everybody that have collected his or her data is given the opportunity to vote because of the difficulties we are going to encounter with the internet and all that. So we will run this particular program for weeks to make sure everybody voted. After that, we're going to make the voting, the results public, and then we watch the event and followed by the declaration of Biafra. And by then, we'll make sure that those who have come to Biafra land to kill us with from their military base and their military barracks will never be sleeping in the night with their two eyes closed. So this is the plan that we have. The plan may change depending on the situation. So it is subject to change and to be amended at any time without prior information or without prior notice. So, but this is a glimpse of what you should be expecting. And when this thing happens and the declaration of Biafra is going to be the re-declaration of Biafra for the second time, the world is already aware of Biafra, so it is not something you are going to start explaining to people. Of course, those new generation that are the head of government or serving in different position in Europe, in America, in the UN may not have a true history of Biafra. So for them, from then, they may want to educate themselves by looking into Biafra and research about it. But by then, we've gone far. We will defend Biafra land after the declaration. And then by then, we've gone far also in running our self-state, which, as you can see, the de facto government. After the declaration of Biafra, we will start the transition process. And once we have a status at the UN recognized by some state, we will dissolve the exile government and transit power to the de facto government and run it for a while. In fact, there are many things I don't want to review here, but so with this particular brief explanation, I believe I've answered your question. Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, before you go, I just want to quickly, because this is a recorded space and it's good to have to avoid a misinformation, or maybe we are not aware of something. For clarity's sake, you detaining, which is absolutely brilliant. For me, I support what you're saying. I support, like I've said, I support the freedom of the people. And one thing that has to be very, very emphatical is that freedom of Biafra belongs to the Biafrans. That is very, very obvious. Freedom of the people belongs to the people. You're right. Should you expect foreigners or foreign government to come and help you if you cannot help yourself? There should be massive, self-help.
Ndị be anyị daalụ nne na-ekenekwanụ m unu ọzọ. Unu anụgo ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwuru. Ona ka anyị na-anakwa n'ije a. Ọkwụnụfụ na ona ka anyị na-ana. Dịka ị na-ege ntị, chetakwa na tata bụ 19th of November 2023. Ka ife ị nwere ike ikwu dịka ị nụrụ ihe Biafran Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa kwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Gịnị ka ị nwere ike ikwu gbasara maka ebe ife? Drop ya on the comment section below. Dịka o si dechefukwara na ihe a bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si wee na-ewetara unu nnukwu ozi a dị oke mkpa. Daalụ ụmụnne m.